In this video, I will talk to you about all the email settings in WooCommerce, explain to you what they do, what they are, how you can change them, and we're also going to add PDF invoices that will be automatically sent to your customers. But that's not all, folks. You also get PDF packing slips that you can print out while fulfilling your orders, changing the world, and making a profit while doing so. We're gonna start right now. Log into your WordPress dashboard. If you're still logging in using WP admin.
No! Nope.
No! That's not a very safe way, so please watch my tutorial about how to secure your WordPress website. We go to WooCommerce settings, and here you go up here to emails. Here you can find all the emails sent out to your customers and sent out to you as the webshop owner. Scroll down a bit. Here you can see the email sender options. These from name and from address will people see when they open up their email. So make sure your brand is represented in this. If you're just one business owner and your web shop is run by one person and people know that and like that, then you can just put, for example, your name like this and then the name of your brand. Or you might say, well, it's gonna be customer service, something like this. You can create anything you want over there. And then the from address should be an email that people can reply to and they actually know that that is a real person. Make sure that this email address also exists in your domain, or else it might end up into spam and you don't want that. You could use something like info at. In most cases, you want to do something like service@yourbrand.com. That would be most logical. Then we have the email template. Here you can customize some WooCommerce emails. When you click over here, you can see how your template looks like this. Let's customize this a little bit. Here you can add in your header image. Now, just go to your media library. Select the logo you want to use, click on it, and press copy URL to clipboard. And then over here, you paste in the URL and then you press save changes. And when I now preview my email template, this is how it looks. Almost the way we want it. Then we're going to change the colors. For this website, we're using a very bold color, orange. And now it looks like this. It looks way better than what it was, right? You can also change the background color, the body background color, and the body text color. I almost forgot the footer text. If you preview it, this is the footer text built with WooCommerce. But what you might want to say over here, something like this. Have any questions? Contact us at service@orangefit.com. As you can see, you cannot click this right now, but we can add HTML to this field. We're just going to use some basic HTML link with a mail to tag like this. But let's also add a subject to this mail, which is pretty easy to do. Just add in here a question mark, subject is, and then it actually looks like this. We have a beautiful email link over there. And when people click on it, you will actually see a subject says question about products and to service@orangefit.com. So it really works great. Now, these are all the settings you can do with WooCommerce out of the box. If you want more options and customize your entire mails to look absolutely beautiful, you would need another system like MailPoet, who works actually pretty great with WooCommerce. I'm going to create a new tutorial about that one, so subscribe to see that tutorial in the near future. By the way, if you want to see how I created this beautiful web shop with all products and product variations and a beautiful cart and with the shipping total and checkout, you can just watch this tutorial and there you can see how you can create this amazing web shop. Now let's configure all these emails and let me explain you what they are. The first 3 emails are actually for you as web shop owner. These are just notifications. Now the cancelled and failed order are really important because when a customer fails to actually send in an order, or when a customer cancels their order, you can send them an email which says, hey, can I help you? I noticed that you tried to order something, and you can turn that cancellation in actually a sale. Now you can press on manage. Here you can enable or disable this entire email. But it's really fun to receive an email with a new order, so I'm gonna leave this enabled. If you want to add someone else, type in a comma, and then you type in, this is the subject of your email. I always customize it like new order from OrangeFit website. And after this, I type in the order number. And that's a That's like a shortcode. You can use order number like this. So you can actually see there's a new order and it's numbered this one. Let's separate it. Then the email heading, of course, congrats, new order. But you can of course put anything in here, whatever you want. And the additional content is just one line of text at the bottom of your email, only for yourself. So I would suggest something like a quote. Winners never quit and quitters never win. And in the email type, I would say HTML because we live in 2022 and I like HTML emails. If you actually do know how to change HTML, you can override and change this template with this file and copy it to your theme folder. And then you go to WooCommerce emails and then you can add it in. And then you can actually change and create your own HTML template. If you don't know what I'm saying at all, just leave it and you get the normal emails, which work fine. Right, we've placed the order and our order is being checked, being packed, sent out, and we can enjoy our healthy products. Thank you for your order. This is a beautiful thank you page, isn't it right? So the first email is to me as webshop owner. It's from the customer service at OrangeFit. And it says, congrats, new order, and then the number. And here you can see the entire order. Payment method is direct bank transfer. Then we have the billing address and the shipping address. And then we have our quote, winners never quit, quitters never win. Have any questions, contact us. So for me as webshop owner, this is a perfect mail. It's very clear and it's very nice to even check on my phone. Yes, I have a new order. Go back to your emails. Let's change the canceled order. Press manage. Again, this is exactly the same as the one, but now we're gonna change this one. And the subject will be attention. And the heading would be, well, this is great. And the additional content will be, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Now, how can't you turn this cancelled order into a sale when reading this quote right there? Go back to your emails. Failed order. Again, subject of the failed order should be failed order. Help needed with the order number. We're gonna remove this. Hopefully they'll be back. What is this passive thing? No, you're an entrepreneur. You should go out there, help people, change lives, and make a profit while doing so. Happy customers are your biggest advocates and can become your most successful sales team. Alright, then we go on the orders to our customers. These three emails, order on hold, processing order, and completed order, are vital for your web shop because people like to receive an email when they've placed their order. Order on hold is an email that will be sent out to when you change their order from processing or anything else to the status on hold. And it's basically used when there's something wrong with your stock, or you can't send it out, or you're still waiting for some things. If you, of course, never do this kind of things in your webshop, you can actually disable this email notification because people will not receive the mail when you change your statuses around. Your order is currently... And then you say, we look forward to fulfilling your order soon. Contact us if you have any questions at service@orangefit.com, like this. Then this is the email your customer will receive when placing the order. From customer service, really nice. And if you now scroll down, you will see your order is currently on hold. Hi Matt, thanks for your order. It's on hold until we confirm payment has been received. In the meantime, here's a reminder of what you ordered. You can wire the money to our USA bank account and then everything, because I've set that up in the payment options. And when you scroll down, they just receive their order number over there and the date and the entire price of what we have just ordered. And again, we're looking forward to fulfilling your order soon. Contact us if you have any questions at service@orangefit.com. Have any questions, again, contact us at. When I see this, I definitely would change some of these texts. So do you have any questions? Contact us again. I would replace this actually with some text about your webshop itself, like where you're at, the address, the phone number, the email address, and the URL. You know, you live, you learn, and then we save our changes. Now this email will be sent out immediately when someone goes to the cart, goes to the checkout, and pays for their products. Then the status will be changed to processing, and they will receive this email. So make sure you think about this one, because this one they will receive definitely. The subject will be "Thank you for your order," and the heading will be "Your order is being processed." Additional context, any questions, you can send us an email, service@orangefit.com. Save changes. Now, when I change my order to processing, like this, and I press apply, I'll receive a new email. Remember, you can always send out manual emails by going into your order, choose an action, resend new order notification, and then you click on update. Then I receive this email as a customer. Your order is being processed. Hi Matt, just to let you know, we've received your order number 587 and it's now being processed. This is what you see, just what you have done. Great. And then the completed order is the mail you will receive when you have actually changed the status in orders to completed. I use this email always to send out that their products are on their way. Great news, your order is on its way. That's the subject. And then the heading would be, hang on, your order is almost there. And additional context, thanks for shopping with us. If you have any questions, service@orangefit.com. Once you have actually packed it in and you've shipped it out, then you can say change status to completed. And when I press completed, and then I receive this email. Great news, your order is on its way. Hang on, your order is almost there. Hi Matt, we have finished processing your order. And when reading this, you will see that, hey, this text could actually be a little bit longer. Something like, we've finished processing your order. You will receive a track and trace link within a few minutes from our carrier. It's UPS on this web shop. It will be on its way. You will be having it within 2 days. Something like that. When you change the status to an order to refunded, then they will receive this email. And then you can say your refund is on its way, and then you have a partial refund. Maybe you can give some money back. Partial refund is on its way. And I think this email header is okay. Sorry for the troubles. If you want to share where we can improve, send us your thoughts at orangefit, service@orangefit.com. And when I press refunded, I also will send a refunded email. Your refund is on its way for order 586. And there you can have this one. You can see order fully refunded minus, and then the total is €0 because we have just refunded it. And there it is. Sorry for the troubles. If you want to share where we can improve. And then you have the customer invoice order details. Now we're gonna change this by using a free plugin to actually send PDFs with all our mails that we're sending, because I just like to be thorough and give people a PDF invoice before they're going to ask us for it. And then we have a very strange email, the customer notes. If you're adding a customer note to an order, they will receive an email about it. I would suggest turning this off. Why? I have 3 web shops, and when I add notes to my orders, they're only for me and the people I work with to see them, not for the customer. If I want my customer to know something, I just send them an email or I call them. That's the way you should communicate with your customers. So we're going to press save changes. If you're working with accounts, so people can log in to actually place another order without filling all their information, then these 2 emails are very important. Password reset request for your site title, and the email heading is, here is your new, and the content should not be thanks for reading, but make sure to use a safe password. And then you can send out mails for new accounts. However, think about this before you're going to change this email. Because when someone places an order at your web shop, they also receive an email from your processing order. And after that, maybe the same day, you have it completed, send it out. We want them also to send out a 3rd email with their new account. You have to think about this really good, because sometimes I order something and I get 3, 4, 5 mails from one company with saying, welcome, we have received your order, we have shipped your order, and we've created a new account for you. So you can actually turn this off within here, enable this email notification, or you can customize it the way you should. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna disable it because it doesn't gonna give the customer any new information they already didn't have. And then we have a failed subscription renewal. SAA authentication is used when you're using subscriptions on your web shop. We're not using it on this web shop, so I don't know exactly why this is on, but we're just gonna leave it on, and you know, it can't hurt when it's on and nobody uses it. So the pre-order payment action needed is actually when someone places an order and there's still a few steps to be taken before payment will be processed to your web shop. I'll leave this on because you never know. And then we have a payment authentication request email. This one is sent to you, the web shop owner. And in this mail, you will just receive an email which says the automatic payment is failed for this order number, and it's mostly used for subscription renewal payment. If you don't have that, you can turn this off or else just leave it on, you never know. Now, that's great in all these emails, but I want to send PDF invoices with these mails automatically from my store. How are we going to do that? It's really easy. We go to plugins, add new, and we go to search for WooCommerce PDF invoices and packing slips. Now this plugin not only gives you PDF invoices, but also packing slips. Because when you're fulfilling your orders, you want to print out a nice paper to add in the order and send it out. At least that is what I do with my 3 web shops. It is completely free and it works excellent. And then we press on settings over there. I really like this one. New to WooCommerce PDF invoices. Run the setup wizard, or I am the wizard. Let's run the setup wizard. In this case, it is orange fit. And then your address. This will be added into your PDF invoices and your packing slips. Press next. And then we're gonna set up our logo. Press next. Well, where do you want to put your PDF invoices to? It really depends on your product and your customers. If you're adding it to processing order, then when you cancel the order or something happens, you have to refund it. They already have an invoice, and then you have to send a credit invoice to make things right again. So what I would say is you put it to completed order, because then you have packed it, you have shipped it, it's on its way, and then we'll receive the PDF invoice. You can also, of course, put it on your own orders, the admin email. Now there's also a customer invoice order details, manual email. And you can find that one when you edit your order over here. You can choose customer invoice, and then they will receive the PDF with the email. And then you have, of course, all the other emails. Press next. Then what you want to display in your invoice options. Well, I want to display the shipping address, email address, phone number, invoice date, and the invoice number. Very important. Press next. Choose if you want to have it on A4 or a letter. I want to use the A4. And then you can choose that you want to place the action buttons. Let's put them in there, and I'm going to show you why this is very useful. Press next. Happy selling! Finish it all. Now we have created this beautiful invoice. It looks amazing, doesn't it? And it's just completely free. I love these guys. And now this will be automatically sent out with your email as an attachment. Now, if we go to the left side, we can actually choose how you want you as a webshop owner to view your PDFs. Download them or open them in a new browser. It's totally up to you. And then you can choose a template. It's just a simple template. You can copy all these files to the child theme, like there, and you can customize it. Now this is very useful. For one of my web shops, I have customized this PDF to make it double-sided. So when I print it as a packing slip, it is double-sided printed with commercials of other products, of more information about what we do on the back side of the packing slip. This is actually really easy to do if you know some HTML. And then you can of course use Desmos, extended currency symbol support for strange currencies, and then font subsetting for Asian fonts if you're using it. Of course, change your logo again, and here you can change the logo height in centimeters. I don't know why it is in centimeters or millimeters, or maybe 1 centimeter. And then you can see that the updated version is much smaller, so that is pretty nice. And here you can change your shop name and your shop address, and then you have another footer area. And then again, and when you stop typing, it actually be added immediately to the bottom. Or you can do like this, put in your telephone number, your postal address. Now these extra fields are only available if you buy, of course, the premium templates. Because if you type something in like this, nothing will happen on your invoice right now. And then we press save changes and all is well. Now let's head over to documents, because there's some more important stuff we need to take care of. You can change it to packing slip, or invoice right now. The difference is between the two. On your invoice, you will see all the prices and your VAT totals. And in your packing slip, you won't see anything at all. You just see what has to be in the box without the prices. So let's configure the invoice first, because there's something we need to do which is very important. You can disable the invoice for different statuses. You can display your shipping address, yes, no, or always. I always do this because then it's very clear where this thing goes to. And then you can show their email address, yes or no, their phone number on the packing, and the customer note, yes or no. I think it's very nice to put it all on the invoice. If you want to display the invoice date, you can say, yes, I want to make the invoice date itself on the day that the invoice has been sent out. Or you want to put it on the order date so that it's been sent out, and the invoice date will be the same as the order date. If you're doing this one, then you can basically turn it down to no, so then the order date will only be added right there to this. And then you have just one date, and that is perfectly fine for this web shop. And then we have a display invoice number. Now the invoice number is pretty important because people have to add this invoice to their booking systems. Now, there's a big difference between order numbers and invoice numbers. Order numbers will be used as invoice number is not recommended, as this may lead to gaps in the invoice number sequence. So you should actually use a different invoice number created by this plugin, so you can send out the invoices numbers to your customers and also in your booking program. When you're doing your bookkeeping, things will add up and will be okay. If you, however, want to change the order numbers to make them sequential, because WooCommerce is not sequential with the numbers, that's the way WordPress works with posts and pages and comments and projects. All these things got numbers, so they're all adding up, so your orders will have different gaps. Then you should use another paid plugin. I always use the plugin Sequential Order Numbers Pro to fix this problem. However, for now we need an invoice number. Now the text invoice number, I just would keep it on 0, and then it will just add up during the years. And then you have a prefix. If you have multiple shops, this is very useful. I use it all the time because I have 3 web shops, so I have to keep them apart with the invoices. You would say, well, there's a logo, yes, but when you're doing bookkeeping, then you have to use prefixes, which are very useful because you don't actually see all the invoices. You just see numbers and prefixes and suffixes. We're gonna call this one Orange Fit. Now everyone knows that the prefix is orange, or you can just say OR, which is actually with a stripe on it. That's great. And the suffix, and you can add a year with invoice year like this. This will automatically be changed, and you can add a dash into it. That's just be great. So now the invoice number will be OR1 2022. And then you can also choose to reset your invoice numbers yearly. Also, you can do this. It's not mandatory, but you can. If you have 2,000 orders a year, then it will become orange 2001, and then you have a new year 2023. It's a bit confusing. So reset it. It will be actually very useful. When can people download their invoice in my account? Only when it's already created, or only for specific order statuses. And then they can also download it when it's processing or on hold. I would say only when the invoice is already created or emailed. Enable invoice number column in the orders list. If I enable this one, this is what you see, invoice number, and here will become the invoice number of this order. This is actually pretty useful if you're using these numbers for your bookkeeping software, so I would suggest you enable it. If it's possible in your webshop to download free stuff like ebooks or maybe free products you created that you want to give out, you should definitely check this one, disable for free orders. Why? In your system, they will create new invoices and new numbers for free orders, but you're not going to add the free invoices into your bookkeeping software. It's not necessary because the total is 0. So disable this one. And always use most current settings. I would not enable this one because when you change your customer address, for example, it will also be changed in all the other invoices in the past when you have not moved your business around. So I would suggest to turn this off. Then you can also change your packing slips. And the packing slips is really great. You can't attach them to emails, but it's actually not necessary because you can just print this out and then you can just send it in with your package. It is excellent. This works great. Display your email address and display your phone number on the packing slip. You can do this, and we're just gonna press Save Changes. Why would you need another packing slip than the invoice? Well, if someone sends out a package as a gift for someone else, then you won't see the prices in the package, which is very nice. And this is the status where you can actually debug the thing if you run into any problems. Using the bulk actions, you can create multiple orders. And I use it always in my web shop, and I press PDF packing slip and I press apply, and then it will generate our packing slip, and I can print them out all in one go, all these packing slips in one go, and I can fulfill my orders in my web shop. It works perfectly, and I'm really happy with this. And you can also do a PDF invoice, and then the invoice will be created, and you can also download it or send it out. There's another way to do this. This is using the bulk actions, but you can also use these icons over there, the PDF invoice. Just click on it, or you can click on the PDF packing slip and it will be generated immediately. And then I receive this email. Hang on, your order is almost there. We have finished processing your order. We also have an attachment, and then we can see that the attachment is the invoice we have just created. Amazing that this plugin is entirely free, right? If you have any questions or you just want to say thank you, Matt, just drop it down in the comments. And like this video if I helped you out. Subscribe if you want to see more videos about WordPress, Divi or WooCommerce. I'll see you in the next video, and I wish you an awesome day.